Hello and welcome to my channel. Today, as part of my challenge with another YouTuber, Tracy Cooking Allotment Vlog, please have a look at her channel because she is an amazing cook. This is the third one. I won second round and this is the third one, so nervous is not the word, but see how it goes. Best one wins. Then anyway, so today I'm going to be making tart bourdaloue with some homemade vanilla ice cream. So first of all, I'm going to poach some pears. So I've got 5 pears here because I'll be making 2 of these, one to keep in the freezer. So right, I'm using pears, some crisp white wine, water, cinnamon, star anise and caster sugar for the pears. So I'm going to put those onto a boil first and then I let them just simmer in the saucepan. So I'll crack on with this a second. So first of all, I want 300 grams of caster sugar. I got that wrong again. It's 500 grams of caster sugar. So there's 200 grams. I've made this before and I'm just checking because I've written things down. I'm just checking, see if I'm doing it right. I haven't done it for a very long time because with the vanilla pods and everything it does become quite expensive. Anyway, this is for a good cause. Hopefully me winning. Sergeant Fury Toes will be the judge of that, I suppose, but I hope I do well then anyway. So there's 500 grams of sugar, 500 of water, there's about 500 in here, spot on, 500 grams of crisp white wine, star anise, a cinnamon stick. So I'll just peel the pears and I'll take the inside out now. One bit. Just crack on with these now. This is the last one. So what I'm using to take out the seeds is half a teaspoon measure. It does just the job. So I go through the expense of buying something else just to do what this is doing. And that's Ollie behind me, I think, wanting to go out. Very camera shy Ollie, so just let him out now. Oh, there he is. Say hello, Ollie. Hello, Ollie. Go on then. Once the pears have come to a boil, bring them down immediately to a very low heat, very simmering, and leave a lid on loosely and leave it there now, gently simmering for about 20 minutes. I'll be making sweet pastry now for my tart bourdaloue. So I'll be using butter, icing sugar, 3 eggs and 200 grams of plain flour. but I'm adding to this an extra 100 grams of each. So I'll be using 4 eggs and 200 grams plain flour, 200 grams of butter, because I'm making 2 tarts. So first of all, I shall weigh the butter. So 140 grams of ice and sugar. So I'll mix this in first with a whisk until it's nice and creamy. I just want egg yolks for this, so I'm going to be using 4 egg yolks. So again, put the egg white in a container, and I can freeze that. So I'll have 8 so far in here. Oh, double yolker. Quandary. Do I take this as 2 or the 1? There's 1. There's 2. I haven't had one of those for ages. There's 8 egg yolks in here. 4 egg yolks, sorry, and 8 egg whites. So I'll just beat this up now. So I'm weighing now 400 grams of plain flour. Grams of plain flour. Add this gradually, and then when it becomes too thick, I shall use my hands. Still a batter. I'll be rolling this on a greaseproof paper and putting another one on top. So I want around about 27.9 circumference. So anywhere around there is fine. Tighten that one down on top. Better. Let's see. Perfect. I'm going to store this now in the fridge. I've rolled those now, so I'll keep those in the fridge to cool now for the next hour or so. I'll put this away a second. Right, pears have cooled now, so I'm just taking them out of the pan onto some greaseproof paper so I can prepare and slice ready for the tart. So right, they're all on there ready. And just slicing these ready. To put on I'll carry on with these a second. All my pears are sliced ready now. I shall put them aside and use them later. Right, for the frangipane, I'm going to put 150 mils of butter into the bowl, 150 grams of icing sugar, 150 grams of ground almonds, 2 eggs, and the seeds of 1 vanilla pod, and 20 grams of corn flour. So first of all, I'm going to add the butter. So there's 150 grams of soft butter. Oh, bang on 150. I do shock myself sometimes. Right, I want 150 grams now of icing sugar. that back to 0. And get some on now. So I'm going to cream this together now with a spoon. Same as I done the other one. Next I'll add 2 eggs, so one at a time. So 2 whole eggs this time. Until it's a white cream. Now I shall do the other egg. And again mix this in thoroughly. To this white creamy substance. There's just the pod, the seeds from inside the vanilla pods you want. So I put these back for use another time. So I've scraped the seeds out, and I'll just add them to here. And give them a thoroughly mix. Great. Now I'm going to add 150 grams of ground almonds. So get my measure, dish on. $150 grams of ground almonds. So I'll take that off a second. Again, mix this in. Next I want 20 grams of corn flour. So I'll put this back on again now. Put it to 0. So it's 20 grams. $20 of corn flour. So I'll mix this in now. Brilliant. I've lightly buttered the 2 tins I'm going to be using. I get a pastry out of the fridge. Not to worry if it's broken, but just push it in the sides. There's the one. That's it. I'll do the other one now. The next part is the frangipan. You can pipe it in. You can pipe it in. But I like to smooth it with a damp spoon. Yeah, missed it. And just put the spoon in warm water, shake off any excess, then smooth it around. You want it as even as possible. Just get it around first before you make sure it's up to the edges. Shake off any excess. Now you can put it up to the edges. There's the one. See the other one? Shake off any excess, just spread around. Again, go close to the edge, but not on the edge just yet, because you want this as smooth and as even as possible. So the oven is on 175. So that's our preheating ready. Don't want to do it anymore because I'm lifting it up. You want to place the pears so that the thinnest end of the pear is towards the middle, and then evenly spread it down. Stick one more on this one. Good. Oh, turn back the other way. Oh. Now I want some chopped almonds. So just put the almonds on the frangipan. I don't know whether you can see better, so there's the one. So this will go in the oven on 175 for about 40 minutes until golden. let's put these in the oven now. Right. The tart bourdaloue is now cooked, so I'm just using some heated apricot jam just to glaze it. I'll do the one now. I present that one now. I am now going to make some vanilla ice cream. So I've got a smaller bowl within a large bowl and ice underneath to cool the bowl, and I'll also be using that later now. So I've got 300 ml of cream and 300 ml of milk. I've already added 200 with the cream, so I'll add another 100 there. Right, I'll now split a vanilla pod and scrape out the insides a minute. So I put the seeds for there a second. So I'll be adding these with the seeds to the cream, and I'll just bring it up to the boil now. Once the cream and milk has come to a boil, you take it off the heat and leave it infuse, leave it cool and infuse for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes minimum, up to 2 hours. It'll be best result then, good flavouring ice cream. Right, I'll just put this aside now to cool. It's not too hot on the wood. Let that set that aside now to cool. Right, next step of that now is to 4 eggs. So I want the egg yolk, not the egg white. So I'll store the egg yolk in a container and put it in the freezer. So I'll make a meringue or something out of them. mixture. Right, there's that. Put it on my side. To the egg yolks, I'm now going to add 100 grams of caster sugar. So I'll add 100 grams of caster sugar and I'll beat that now until it's nice and frothy. Vanilla and cream back onto heat now after 2 hours. So I'm just bringing that up to a boil now. I've whisked 4 egg yolk and the sugar together to make a cream. So when the vanilla cream comes to the boil now, I'll sieve it and put it in here. Right, the cream has come to a boil, so I'm going to sieve it into a bowl. And then gently mix it in here, not to cook the egg. Making sure I put all the vanilla seeds in here as well, just to make sure. Right, and now I'm going to put this back onto heat and bring it back up to the boil. You don't bring it to the boil, so you put it on the heat, a low heat, until the custard has thickened. So you continuously stir with a spoon or with a whisk, making sure that you are touching the bottom of it. Continuously stir for for it to thicken rather than scramble the egg. It's an egg custard. So I'll do this now until it's nice and thick. Right, the custard has thickened, so I'm going to just pour this now into the bowl. And I let that cool now in there and churn it now and then. The ice cream is I've been churning in here nicely. So now take it out of the ice bowl. Give it a wipe so there's no water going in. I've now taken my dish out of the freezer, so it's nice and chilled for me to pour the ice cream in. So use my spatula. And I shall freeze this now overnight and use for tomorrow. And freeze this now, and I'll freeze it overnight. This is my Tart bourdaloue. There's some ice cream, vanilla ice cream. Here is my Tart bourdaloue with fresh homemade vanilla ice cream. Again, here it is. This is my offering for my little competition with a fellow YouTuber. So again, if you liked what I've done and you've liked my recipes, please press like and subscribe. For all those who's returning, thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon. So I'm going to tuck into this because I love it. Good luck, Tracy. Hope yours is good. Bye bye.